Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing ANYA'S Ghost by Vera Brosgol, and this is a graphic novel. So this story is the story of Anya, who is a Russian-American high school student, and one day she accidentally falls into like this well or this hole in the ground, and at the bottom of this well there's a skeleton, and the skeleton has a ghost still attached to it, and she basically gets a part of the skeleton, brings a part of the skeleton home with her accidentally, and now has this ghost hanging around her, and it's sort of just about the plot about how she has a ghost and sort of her experience with hanging out with the ghost and having it around. One of the great things I really liked about this book is Anya herself. The character is very much a teenage girl. As a former teenage girl, let me tell you, she definitely has all the insecurities that typical teenage girls seem to have. She cares about her weight. She wants to be semi-popular at school. She has boys that she likes. She wants to cut gym. She has friends and issues, and I really liked that part of it. And I thought it was interesting also how she struggled a lot with a little bit of her Russian heritage and background and things like that, which I thought was interesting too, kind of added a new perspective. And so I definitely feel like probably one of the stronger points in the writing of this is Brosgol's representation of the typical like teenage girl of high school, like one that you're familiar with and know. And even as things kind of start spiraling out of control, Anya still makes very reasonable choices and very reasonable things that you would think you as a teenage girl would make if you were in that situation. I also really liked the art a lot. Like the style is really cool, and it's kind of cartoony, but it's still really nice. And I like how the characters' faces are sort of rounded, and the coloring is really good, which is cool. And she makes good use of like shadows, and she makes good use of darker pages, which I like as well. The other thing that I did really enjoy too is the writing just generally was pretty good. Like the phrasing and things that everyone was saying felt very true to a high school experience. You know, people cursing and smoking and doing all those kinds of things felt very true to the experience. The only thing I wasn't the hugest fan of in this particular book was I felt like the ending sort of resolved itself a little too nicely, a little too quickly. You know, we sort of get to this climax point and you're just like, oh man, this is definitely just gonna like, how are they gonna get out of it? And then they kind of just get out of it, and I didn't really feel like it made a lot of sense, to be honest. It not that it didn't make sense, I just felt like it was too quick. It was like, oh, okay, I guess that's it, you know, and I didn't really like that. And I felt like I wish there had been a little bit more resolution at the very, very end, especially with this one character, Dima, who's in the book. I wish there had been a little bit more resolution there, or at least I'd gotten the resolution I wanted. The other cool thing, which is predominantly positive, is this book does a nice job of having like a little bit of a creepy vibe with the ghost thing going on, because normally when you read ghost graphic novels or books, it's always sort of like, oh, it's a ghost, you know, whatever, hanging out. But this one definitely, you get that creepy undertone, and I kind of liked that. Even though creepy books I tend to not be a fan of them, I did actually kind of like it in this. It was creepy. It was like a reasonable level of creepy, so that was good. So all in all, I'm going to give ANYA'S Ghost by Vera Brosgol a 4 out of 5. I definitely recommend checking out. It was a really cool story, and the art was really great, and it's a pretty quick read too. You know, there's not too much text. And I really very much enjoyed it, and so did Neil Gaiman, and Scott McCloud, and Hope Larson, I guess some other people as well. I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you soon with another video. Goodbye!